All right, turning now to a violent weekend here in Atlanta. Police are currently searching for 4 people possibly tied to a deadly mass shooting on Edgewood Avenue overnight.
Police say one man identified as 27-year-old Santos J. Wyatt was killed. 10 more people were injured. It was one of a dozen shootings police responded to across the city over the weekend, and the burst of violence is leaving communities rattled. We have team coverage for you tonight with 11 Alive's Grace King and Marissa Sarbach joining us live from the Sweet Auburn neighborhood.
Now, Marissa, that neighborhood was really the center of those weekend shootings.
Yeah, Ron, Jennifer, we're standing right now on Edgewood Ave, and the 3 shootings that we saw overnight either happened on this street or on a nearby street. Atlanta police telling us that more than 30 people were shot since Thursday. 5 of them were killed from that gun violence.
We haven't had a weekend like this in a long time.
Atlanta Mayor Andre Dickens standing alongside Atlanta Police Chief Darren Shearbaum as he gave an update on the 4 days of violence.
This weekend, when we saw individuals who are angry about everyday common matters pick up a gun and use it, it speaks to the work that needs to continue to be done.
From Sunday night into Monday morning, Atlanta PD was called to 3 shootings in the Sweet Auburn neighborhood. John McCants works across the street from where one happened. He says he just happened to call the cops after a parking dispute was happening right outside his store window.
I was telling the officer on the phone that they shouldn't be parked there.
Minutes later,
Pow, 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 pow. And then everybody started running. If the police had came in less than 5 minutes, they would have been in the middle of it.
At 10:47 p.m. Sunday, Atlanta police say one person was shot over a parking dispute on Edgewood Drive. At 12:01 a.m. Monday, Atlanta police say another person was shot on Edgewood Drive Northeast at a second scene. At 1:27 a.m. Monday, Atlanta police say a mass shooting occurred on Edgewood Avenue, where 11 people were shot and 1 person died, 27-year-old Santos Wyatt. The other 10 were transported to Grady Hospital.
Gun violence affects every citizen of Atlanta, regardless of what neighborhood you live in or where you are.
We know one person remains in critical condition at Grady Hospital tonight, and we know police are looking for 4 suspects, 3 men and 1 woman. All of these are ongoing active investigations. We'll keep you updated as we learn any more information. Reporting live in downtown Atlanta, Marissa Sarbach, 11 Alive News.
All right, Marissa, thank you so much. And the shooting also rattled business owners and community leaders who say they are working to improve the Sweet Auburn district. 11 Alive's Grace King has more on that. So, Grace, what are businesses telling you?
Well, the business owners aren't sure how this all started, but they're certainly devastated by how it ended. They say they've been working really hard to improve things over the past decade. They worry something like this could undo it. At Joystick Game Bar, owner Johnny Martinez celebrated progress on Edgewood.
It's still the most diverse street to go out in the city.
He says crime dropped as foot traffic grew, helping small businesses thrive. But on Monday,
They're not casing. It's like, yeah, got a bullet here, got a bullet there.
he woke up to remnants of danger at his door.
We get painted with that same brush, even though we're not participating in it and we're not a part of it, and they're not our guests who've come through and have caused any problems.
Atlanta City Councilwoman Liliana Bakhtiari shares those frustrations. She says they need to look at the root cause of violence.
This is an epidemic that starts at the state level, and we're doing everything we can to respond. But it is a chronic issue and is really one that is difficult to counter.
Still, Bakhtiari says she and her colleagues are committed to pushing for change.
It's just not going to happen as fast as people want, but that doesn't mean that the change isn't occurring. It is. But it's going to be one block at a time, one step at a time, one bite at a time. But we're getting there.
And it's important to point out that most of these businesses were closed at the time of those shootings last night. Bakhtiari said it could have been much worse had they still been open. Live in the Sweet Auburn neighborhood, Grace King, 11 Alive News.
All right, Grace, thank you. And while the rash of violence is tragic, police say it's important to put these shootings into context. Numbers show violent crime across the city is down. Homicides have dropped 32% compared to last year. And Atlanta Mayor Andre Dickens says the number of shootings is also down by nearly 20%. We have a breakdown of all of that data for you on our website, 11alive.com. Just head over there and search for this headline to take a closer look.